Welcome, Battle Brothers. It's me, Aurelia Tempris, defender of the Golden Throne and servant to the Emperor of Mankind, beloved by all. How is everyone doing today? I'm so excited for stream. I hope everyone is excited and having a good time. It's Friday. It's at least Friday where I am, so I'm happy to be here, and I hope you're happy to be here. I'm excited. I have a whole new well, I keep rearranging my room. So I'm happy. I have like a new setup and I can see so many things now. Well, sometimes I forget the Discord announcement. It's fine. It's fine. I'll do it right now. Let me do that. I'm so good at this. I honestly have to set up like a bot that like does it for me. That would be nice, right? I should do that. If we weren't happy, would we be here? I mean, I would hope that even if you were feeling sad that you'd be here, hopefully I could cheer you up. I would hope so. There, I did an announcement. Thank you. Thank you. Constantly rearranging rooms for different blood games. Yeah, pretty much. Except now I found like a setup I think I'm happy with. I got a third monitor, and it works really well. How was my vacation? I wasn't really on vacation. I was traveling. I was traveling, trying to hunt down Lorgar. It didn't go like I wanted it to, but that's okay. It's fine. You can't have success in everything. It's fine. Yes, all hail the Emperor of Mankind, beloved by all. Do I have a reverse melted to freeze you? No. Only burning. Only burning. My day was good. Just relaxing. I got to relax a little bit. The Emperor didn't give me a day off. I had a partial day off. So it was really nice to just to chill for a little bit. I didn't have to purge heretics the entire day. So that was nice. That was really good. I'm excited for today's stream. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I love doing the tier lists, and when it got cut off last week, I was pretty disappointed. But don't worry, I came up with a new tier list to do today. I honestly, it's so funny. I thought of it like an hour and a half ago, and I was like, "We're gonna do it. This is gonna be so much fun." And I hoped you guys would have fun too. So. Okay, so chat, we got a couple options today. We can, so the two tier lists I was planning on doing is we're gonna go over one where all the books that I've read. So all the Warhammer books that I've read, I'll rank them. I'm gonna slide my screen over. I don't like where that's sitting. And then I came up with another one that is... Sorry, I'm thinking. I can't think and... Like... I can't think and talk at the same time. If that wasn't obvious before. And then I have another one related to the Primarchs, but I'm going to save that, I think, for later. I think I want to save that for later. You're talking about the last tier list with the weapons. That was heresy. I just think you're wrong. You're wrong. Let me hang on. Let me resize this really fast, so you can see all the. There we go. Move it down a little bit. There we go. Now you can see it better. Yes, thank you everyone for joining. Well said, Bahamut Bard. Drive safe. Everyone drive safe. If you're driving, if you're driving, please be safe. Don't chat and drive. You can listen, but don't mess with your phone, okay? I know some of you people like to drive. Be very safe, please. Your safety is of the utmost importance. How will the Emperor use you as cannon fodder in his wars if you don't drive safe? Yes, I really like the portraits. Well, it's difficult to find consistent art of all the Primarchs. Where it's like the same art style, because I kind of like it to be like a cohesive thing. There is another one that exists, but I like the colors. I like the colors. They're pretty. No, don't do that. No, no, do not drink and drive either. Don't listen to chat. Don't listen to the chat. Oh my gosh. Don't do that. Please. Do that. Let's see. All right, let's do the one we're actually going to do first. I'm going to do this one, all the books I've read. That's 20, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, so I've read... Did my new one pop up? Yes, I've read 28 Warhammer books. Oh, no. Okay, I'm moving my monitor over so I can see chat better. There we go. There we go. Yes, drinking and driving is heresy. Don't do that, chat. Oh, I need my music. Music. I'm so prepared. I'll get there one day. I'll like truly be prepared. Okay. There we go. My rock music. There we go. I have to build 20 Sisters of Silence for my Custodes army. Should I start with Witch Seekers with the Flamers or Persecutors with the bolt guns? Flamers, obviously. Do your Witch Seekers. Flamers. I love the Flamers. You should definitely do the Flamers, of course. Anything involving fire, except arson, I'm gonna recommend you do. Oh no. As I started saying, I was like, oh, this could be bad. I might as well try to fix it halfway through. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, okay. Let's see. Make sure I've caught up. Alright. Is Conrad Kurz not on the original list? For some reason... No, he's here. He's here. Just don't burn houses. No, don't burn anything that's not supposed to burn. Unless they're heretics, you should burn them. They are supposed to burn, so that falls into the category of only burn things you're supposed to burn. Heretics are part of that. They're part of that. On today's stream, we talk about morality and crimes you can commit with Aurelia the Custodes. All right, maybe I should make a tier list on that. Maybe I should make a tier list there. You haven't missed anything. We're talking about crimes you should commit, and what the Custodes will allow you to, what crimes you can commit. Or monarchia. Yeah, there's that too. It's only a crime if it's against a fellow human of the Empire. Yes, correct. See, I'm not I'm not really an unhinged VTuber if we don't, like, talk about dubious things every once in a while. And today we're talking about crimes. Anyways. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was gonna add... Hang on, I'm gonna add a thing so that anyone who pops in later, we can get... they will have... Oh, actually, we're gonna add an existing one. Let me just... Oh, that is not supposed to be there. Okay. I'm gonna add a label so anyone who comes in knows what we're ranking. We're gonna do... this one? Okay. 1 second. I'm just gonna put it up top so we can all see what I'm doing. There we go. There's my nice big label telling everyone who comes in what this tier list is about. It's okay you can be late. It's fine, don't worry. We're gonna have fun today, and I kind of yap a little bit to give people time to come in. Phrasing. Anyways, I give time for people to get to the stream. So I don't start right away, and I get distracted, and usually I have other things to set up. But it's fine! Yes. For your Sisters of Silence, I'm gonna have 10 of them with flamers roll up in a rhino and burn whatever poor units happen to be. Yes. Happen to be there? Yes. Absolutely do it. Remember, kids, it's only a crime if they catch you. That's not true. That's not true. It is still a crime. Don't commit crimes, kids. Kids. Don't blame others on my yapping. Someone commented the other day, I thought it was funny. I had my Bricky reaction video. Someone commented, it's like, oh my gosh. Like, she stopped the video every, like, 5 seconds. Like, oh, and I was like, it's a reaction video. But I just said, I was like, yeah, I'm a notorious yapper. It's terminal chat. I thought it was funny. I was like, well, you could watch the original video. Support Bricky. He will not interrupt himself. Yeah, I'm a yapper. No, we're not going to sentence anyone to death here today because of their tardiness. No, it's okay. It's okay. Just don't do it again. It's okay. I talk a lot. I interrupt myself too. Get a laser pointer to distract me? No. I'm not a cat. I'm not a cat. You see any cat ears on me? Maybe I should zoom in a little bit on my model. See any cat ears on me? I just bumped my mic. Oops. Sorry. There. I like my face to be a little bit bigger for these. You'll see it better. Good. Yeah, I have... So, it's... Wait a second. In this stream, I confirm that I am terminally artistic. That's not true. I'm not. And I'm not lying to myself. I took a test. Should I take that test on stream? I thought about it. But you're gonna find it boring. I find it really boring if I take the test to see how artistic I am, chat. They are abhuman ears, okay? They're abhuman ears. Nope. Have you seen how many recolors I did? It's because the people request them. The people yearn for the recolor. I hardly ever touch the models. I do it because I enjoy your reactions, and I do have fun while I do it. It's like a coloring book. Very artistic. I have dyslexia. I definitely don't. I would not be a fanatical reader if I was dyslexic. You know how much I read as a kid? I actually know someone whose sister is dyslexic. And like she was telling me how much like audiobooks have changed her life, and I'm so happy for that, honestly, because there's like it was a few years ago, like she finally got to read like the Harry Potter books, which I read like so much in my childhood, and I'm so happy for her. I was like, oh my gosh, congratulations, you get to finally read some really good books. Hi Aurelia, I was watching your Emperor TTS videos, very funny, especially the cooties rant. Yes, I can't confirm. Girls have cooties. Have a good stream so far? Yeah, we're what, 15 minutes in? Yeah, 15 minutes in. And I've been accused of being, well, not, is accused the right word? People have guessed that I'm artistic. Anyways. I'm enjoying myself too much. Okay. Should we do this, chat? Should we do this? Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, you don't have to read any of the you don't have to have read any of the Warhammer books to like to want to be here. I just like the lore. I just love lore. I'm a lore fiend, so I like to read as much as I can. I play Dungeons and Dragons, and when the DM is like, here's some lore, I'm like, give that to me. I would like, that's delicious. Give me 14 more. I'm the note taker. I'm the note taker. We enjoy you enjoying yourself. Yes. Well, I enjoy that you are enjoying me enjoying myself. Some days I don't even know what's going on in my own head. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Yes, I know how to say it, but YouTube is sometimes really particular about saying the artistic word. Trust me, I know what it is, but sometimes YouTube is touchy. I don't know what to tell ya. I don't know what to tell ya. Anyways, let's do it. Okay. So... so we're just gonna kind of go... I think I talked about like doing them in the order in which I read them. I think that would be the most fun. Because the first one I read... And I won't remember all the book titles, so I apologize for that in advance. Yes, so let's do it. So the first book that I ever read, and I guess I'll give you like a little bit of backstory. Okay, I'm not gonna call someone an Ogren. I think that is a little too much. I'm not gonna call... No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Please don't do that in my chat. That sounds a little, No, don't do that, chat, please. That does not sound good at all. Please do not do that. Do not call people Ogrins, okay? Please do not. Okay, anyways, we're gonna keep going. So... Yeah, don't be weird, chat. Anyways, so the first book that I ever read... Oh, can we see my mouse? There it is. So the first book that I ever read was April of last year. The Lion, it's the Son of the Forest. So that was the first book I ever read. I kind of forget why. I think I opened up Audible one day. And I saw it and I was like, oh, that cover looks really, 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 really cool. And, oh my gosh. Friggin' bots. Anyways, so this is the first one that I read and I really, really liked it. I would say it was like solid B tier because at least B, because I really enjoyed learning about the line. I didn't know much about him. He's the one that I think is most similar to my own personality, but I really liked how much he calmed down after all of the stuff that went down in the heresy, and how much he really like regretted some of his behavior and actions. So I liked it, and maybe that's because it was like my first book. It was just because the first book I read. So I don't want to like put it too high. By the way, I like most of these books that I've read, so it's probably going to be pretty skewed in terms of which ones I liked. Like it'll be much higher on the like scale than the dislike. Just gonna throw that out there. I'm probably gonna start at B tier because there's other books that I liked a lot more. Bob the Homunculus, thank you for joining the Legion and supporting the Emperor's cause. But I think I really liked that book.
Stand ready.
I knew he was really, really bad. Was there a gift sub? Is there a gifting? Oh. Oh yeah, there. So also, Uriel Ventress, thank you for joining the Legion and the Emperor and supporting the Emperor's cause. All right, I'll go back over there. Sorry, I was making sure there wasn't a gift sub. Yeah, so I like that. Yeah. So I liked it. I'm gonna put it B because I know the lion was an absolute jerk. Absolute jerk. So yeah, it could be better. I'm never gonna get. I can't. Charnulu. Thank you for becoming a Legionnaire. All right, what's next? I forget what the book... Oh, yeah, so the book that I think I read next, or close to that, was this book here in the corner. So I kind of cut off the titles. Can't read them anyway, so I'll try to remember the names. Is Pilgrims of Fire. It was a Sisters of Battle book. And it was good, but it was confusing. I think it could have been written better. It was okay. If I'm really, really thinking about it. For any of you who haven't read the book, it's... The reason why I don't like it all that much is because the point of view jumped back and forth to like different times. And it didn't really indicate what time period it was in. So I was very confused because it would go from one perspective of this maid who served the sisters, and then it like would jump to a sister who was like fighting demons, and it was like just confusing. It like all came together in the end, and you're like, oh, I see what happened, and like you see how everything came together. But oh man, I was so confused, and I was like, okay, I can at least track the individual stories, but it didn't make a lot of sense until the end what was really happening. So I want to write a story about an Ogren who accidentally goes on adventures with famous figures of the Imperium all across the galaxy by complete accident, but because he can't remember which regiment he belongs to. Oh my gosh, that would be so funny. That's so funny. I wonder if there's an indication in the page book, but not the audiobook. I mean, you could tell. I mean, I feel like they would have said the years, but I don't know. Perhaps the book would have indicated something, but I don't know. It's fine. So I would put it like it wasn't. Man, now that I think about it, like the lower I rank it, I'm probably gonna put it at like it's C or D tier. Like I'm inclined to go like be more generous with C because I still thought some of the things were interesting and how like faithful these ladies are. Yeah, I did kind of like that. In general, I like the sisters. I think, yeah, I think I would put it at C. Have I read Titanicus? No. Also, I saw the Ogren story is like Forrest Gump. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I would agree that Yeah, so these are all the books. If anyone's like, have you read this book? You could kind of see what the books look like. You can't see all the names very well because I wanted to crop it to make the book kind of recognizable. So these are all the books I've read. I've not read any more. You can't see, there's some on the side that you can't quite see, but yeah, I'll for the most part, I'll just start pulling from here. The only things I've read were the short horror stories like Watcher in the Rain. Oh gosh, I'm a little worried about getting that audiobook. That one's... ooh. Celestine Was a Good Sister's adjacent book. That sounds like a cool one to read. And I want to read Hell's Reach. And then the Gaunt's Ghost we're reading for book club this month is First and Only. We're going to read that. I haven't read it yet. I like to read it closer towards the end of the month. I actually should probably start now. So then I have time to like internalize it and then make a PowerPoint. So I'll probably read it the next few days and then make the PowerPoint. You should fill the tears out. Don't be too generous. Yeah. So we'll put it at C because I genuinely did like some of the other stories and things did tie together quite nicely at the end. Just in the moment, I was like, what is happening? What is happening here? Titanicus is good. Giant mech action. Okay, I'll have to read it. There's a TTS called All Guardsmen Party. Yes, a lot of people have asked me if I've seen it, and I would like to, but I want to react to it on stream, and I have a backlog. So kind of after this, it's going to be all jumbled because I can't particularly remember what order I read everything in. I think I did a whole... I think I either read Horus Rising or A Galaxy in Flames next. I was like all over the place. It was just like, let's just read whatever. So I read A Galaxy in Flames, and I liked that one a lot. That one was about... It was Istvan 5. Is that right? I can't remember, but I liked it a lot. I remember I looked up a synopsis last week and I forgot, but I really liked The Galaxy in Flames, and I really enjoyed... Where did it go? It's just here. It's over here. Horus Rising. It definitely gave me like... I understood what happened with the heresy. I had a general like notion of what occurred, but oh my gosh. Everyone's talking about All Guardsmen Party. The first 40k thing I've read years ago. I had no idea what the thing was, but it was really funny. Okay. I will. I'll read it. Perhaps I'll put it up for next month's book of the month. So I liked Horus Rising and Galaxy in Flames. I think I liked Horus Rising because I think you get introduced to Loken in that one. Istvan 3, thank you. I like Loken. Who doesn't like Loken? Also, yeah, it just solid. I loved hearing about Loken. I'm like, give me more of that Loken boy. I love him. And then I was sad when he died. And then my friend said, oh, no, it's okay. He lives. I'm like, oh, he lives? How? How does he live? How does he live? Oh, my gosh. Yes, I was there the day Horus slew the Emperor. I was like, oh, that's fire. That's fire. I'm like, oh, man. If you don't like Loken, you should try again. Yes, exactly. Loken is the homie. He's the best. He's the best to ever exist. You've never read any 30k books? The series has been too big for you? Well, no. See, here's the thing. It doesn't you don't have to read the entire series. I pick and choose what I want. I'm just like, you know what's interesting? This guy. And then I read about that guy and I say, okay, that's cool. And then I go, oh, let's read the next one. You don't have to read the whole series. You can, if you have a general understanding, like, okay, Horus betrayed. Well, there's a couple other things. There's like a timeline and stuff. If you understand kind of the basics, like Horus, like there's the Great Crusade. And then the Emperor is like, Horus, you are my favorite child, and you are War Master, and I'm gonna go kick it on the couch back at home. Which is not true. That's not what happened. And then Horus becomes disenchanted, like, over a series of, like, months and years. Then the Chaos Gods find him in a weak state. Erebus comes around, and then Horus is like, my dad is cringe. Time to burn everything because he sucks. And then, like, he starts to convince his brothers, and, like, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to know everything. If you know a general idea, you're just like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that happened at this point in time. It's like, let's put it this way. It would be like reading, like, if you know World War II and you have a general idea of what happened, it's like picking up like a war report, and, you know, a very dramatic war report from like a specific thing that happened. So like D-Day, for example. Like, there could be like a short story where you're like, oh man, that's cool. It's written from those a soldier's perspective. And you're like, oh, that's really cool. I knew about D-Day, but I didn't know that specific thing happened. And that's how someone felt in the moment. There you go. It's like that. You don't have to read the whole series. I have not. Clearly 30 books. Yeah, picking and choosing has a lot of advantages. You recommend it when it comes to franchises with lots of content. Since you get to meet more characters, you'll get interested in more stories. Yes. And also, I feel like you pick up on some things that you wouldn't necessarily have noticed if you had read books in order. Like, there's some things that I can't think of any current examples, but there are some things that I noticed the dynamic between two characters and things, you know, that happen later on down the road. You're like, oh, that's interesting that this character said this when you know they do this later. And you don't necessarily know how it all goes down if you'd read the books in order. Yeah, there's tons of Horus Heresy books. Best 30k summary I've ever heard. Emperor sitting on the couch is pretty nice. I mean, obviously that's not what it was doing, but, you know, I like to... One of the things I did whenever I'd finish a Warhammer book is I'd go to my friend who likes Warhammer. And this friend has not read as many books as I have. They've read like 5 or 6, I think. So I'd be like, oh, let me tell you about this story. Because they know the general lore. They don't want to know specifics. And so I'd like sit them down and I said, okay, you're going to hear me ramble. And like, I would do this periodically. Whenever something cool would happen, I would pick up the phone, I would call them and be like, okay, it's time to hear what just happened in my book. And then I give like a summary that's like akin to what I just did, where it's like, oh yeah, and the Emperor was sitting on the couch eating potato chips, and then Magnus bust through his back door. I mean, he like busts through the window. That's... I hate myself. Anyways, chat. So it's like a zany like story where it's almost like I'm spilling the tea. Like I'm like there personally involved in the drama. Have I read The Infinite and the Divine? Look, it's on my list. It's right here. We read it as part of the book club on April. No. It's fine. It's fine. No. No, it's fine. Don't think about it, chat. Don't think about it, chat. Chat, ignore me. Don't listen to me, chat. I didn't say that. You know I didn't mean that. These things just happen. These things just happen, and I'm... No. It's fine, chat. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just I want to read the Eisenhorn book so badly. But my friend, I'm playing a D&D game and it's Warhammer themed, and I want to play it, but my friend has a character, unintentionally, very similar to Eisenhorn. Very similar character development stuff. And so I told my friend I wouldn't read the books. So no Eisenhorn spoilers. I think I put that in my rules. My mom and sister have heard my simping over Sanguinius. You need to be quieter about that, because he's my guy. So, you know, I'm just gonna let you down easy right now. Steel Wolf. Okay? Okay? Is my man. Back off. Yeah, to anyone who's joined, all of these are the books I've read. So if you don't see any of the books that you're asking me on the list, I haven't read it. So, just a heads up. Anyways. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you, sir, for becoming a legionnaire and for supporting the Emperor's dream. I'm not gonna say your name. Anyways, chat, let's do it. Let's continue. I think the next book that I read that I really, really liked was, where is it? The First Heretic. Oh my goodness. The First Heretic. Loved that book. Argoltal is the homie. He is the coolest heretic I've ever met in my life. Yeah, Twitch lets you do whatever. It's fine. So I really like the First Heretic. If you want the perspective of like a heretic who's actually got a decent head on his shoulders, I recommend reading The First Heretic. I wasn't gushing over Loken. I like the character, okay? I like the character. But yeah. So I like The First Heretic, not because Lorgar's in it. Don't say that. You're so mean. It's not because Lorgar's in it. It's because Argoltal. And I really liked... Okay, spoilers, chat. If you're reading the book, get out now. Anyways, I'm gonna talk. First Heretic. I really liked how Cyrene, who's the chick that Argoltal saves from Monarchia, that like, oh my gosh, she has this dream when she's a child that like there's a monster coming to get her, and she's like terrified, you know, reasonably so. And later, like, she becomes blind, and oh my goodness, when her dream becomes reality because he's holding her and he's kind of morphed into this thing, this demon, like pseudo demon, we'll say, and he's like breathing heavily like a monster. Oh my goodness. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's my dream come to life, just like, ah! So, yeah, let me tell you, I thought that was really, really good. You wanted to throw Cyrene into a wall that whole book. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I really like this book. I'd put it S tier. I really liked it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I also liked at the end, what was his name? I don't remember the name of the custodian, but he made a vow of silence until he would return to Terra. And, oh, I felt bad for Argoltal, but not too bad. When he killed Zaphen. The custodian, so Argoltal, they corner the Custodies, and they basically get into a fight. And the Custodies are going to lose because there's too many Space Marines. And right at the end, the last Custodian kills... Oh my gosh. Oh, was it Vorback? I can't remember. It's fine. But he kills Argoltal's best friend. And he's like, oh yeah, no, it was Zaphen. And he breaks his oath of silence. And he's like, I never liked you, Zaphen. And then he dies. And I was like, oh, that goes hard. Like, he broke it because he knew he wasn't going to live. And I was like, oh my gosh, that goes so hard. That goes so hard. Anyways, I loved that book. It was really, really good. It was really good. I wish I could, like, talk about it, like... Yeah, he breaks his oath just to say, screw you, man. Yes, I honestly... Why not? Like, you're gonna die anyway. Might as well make it a banger when you go out. A quiet custodian must be a fairy tale. Hey, I never said I was going to be quiet, okay? I will not make any oath of silence. Okay? 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 I'm not a sister of silence VTuber. That would get boring pretty fast. Okay? Yeah, they did die a little fast, but you know, I really just enjoyed the I enjoyed that fight at the end. It was kind of cool. You aren't going to because I can't stop yapping. Yep. It's in my genes. So, anyways, I love it. I could speak praises of the first heretic. Well done. I've taken a vow of yappance. So I must never shut up. Yep, you're correct. What did I read next? I think I read some Primarch books. I actually think I read the Fulgrim books next. So the next book that I read was Fulgrim, because I think originally I planned to go in order of the Primarchs, because I read the first one. I'm like, okay, there's no second Primarch, so I'll read about the third Primarch. So I did Fulgrim. I did this first book, Fulgrim the Palatine Phoenix. It was good. It was... I learned a lot, and I definitely, by reading both Fulgrim books, I definitely felt like I understood where he was coming from more. Not that it justifies what he did. I just felt like he had more of like a tragic tale than I initially expected. Like, oh my gosh. Wait, someone said we're getting food at Taco Bell? Oh my gosh. I want Taco Bell. I had some earlier this week, so I probably shouldn't. Taco Bell. I get distracted when I see Taco Bell in the chat. Anyways, I definitely feel like he had like a very tragic backstory. You actually have a Palatine Aquila tattooed on your left arm? Oh, that's really cool. But you're a loyalist? Good. Only loyalists in my chat. Yeah, make a list of books that you did read, because you'll forget. I forgot that I read some of these. They kind of bleed together in terms of like all my knowledge. But yeah, it was good. I learned a lot about him, but I don't think I appreciated it until I got to Fulgrim, the second book. So I would call this one like it wasn't bad. I found it interesting, but it wasn't the best book I've read. So I'm gonna put it at a C. But it wasn't bad by any means. Like, this is like a really wonky scale. Did that work? Chat, did we hear that? Did you guys hear that redeem, or was it just me? Did anyone hear that, or was it just me? The wah. Because I heard it. Let me know, because I'm not sure. Oh, good. I think... Yeah, okay, good. We heard it. There was, I think, the other one popped up, too. I think I heard it. There we go. Okay, good. Good. I think I know what I need to keep them up, then. Oh, was it too loud? How was the volume? Are there orcs in the palace again? No, it's a redeem on Twitch. Yay, good. Sounded like a cat. I actually pulled it like from a soundbite page. A little quiet. Yeah, well, I don't want to be too loud. I'm doing the yapping, but I can only configure it to like the current volume of the music. So the music and the wah are the same sound currently. I'll have to fix that. Anyways. Yeah. Yeah, okay, sorry that the wah is quiet. I will have to configure that another time. Yeah, the Fulgrim book was slow, but I did like it at the end. It, like, picked up and you really see how he's jacked. Honestly, yeah, you're right. You've convinced me. B tier. What witchcraft setup do I have? That's a very detailed question for me to answer. So I'll have to answer it another time. All right. Yes, so then the Fulgrim book, the one that's just Fulgrim, oh my. I have never had a healthier fear of Slaanesh than after reading that book. The Maraviglia? Oh, Maraviglia. Sorry. Maraviglia? Maraviglia. Very messed up. Terrifying. Well written. Horrible to hear. I remember when I was listening to it and I was appalled. I was at my house and I was like, this is bad. So I liked both. I honestly, I liked both the Fulgrim books. Very much. Very much. They were really good. But there's other books that I like way more. All right. So, I like Fulgrim. Fulgrim's honestly my favorite traitor Primarch. Only because his fall in my mind was like really tragic. And I feel kind of bad for him. In a way. Does that make sense? If you Google Maraviglia and the first thing is I just read it and I need a bath, it sums it up. Yes, you feel disgusting after hearing about it. I think it's Maraviglia. I can't say words today. It's fine. Yeah, so it's like it gives me. It's not the same kind, but it gives me like Anakin Skywalker vibes, like the tragic here on how much he fell. Especially, well, at least for Star Wars, if you watch the animated series, The Clone Wars, then it makes way more sense in that context. That concert scene was awesome. Yeah, it was really well written. Like, kudos to the author. I forget who wrote it. It was really good. Although I was really bothered, because I didn't know this at the time, but like Jonathan Keeble voiced the first, Fulgrim the Palatine Phoenix book, and then a different guy voiced the Fulgrim book. So 2 different voice actors, and I really liked the voice Jonathan Keeble gave to Fulgrim. So when I listened to the second book, it was super nasally and really, really, really pretentious. And I was so put off. Like at the beginning, I was like, ew, this is disgusting. Why does his voice sound like that? Like, at the beginning, there's a scene where this really pretentious and incredibly gifted composer is, like, having a concert on one of the fleets of the Third Legion, one of the fleet vessels. And she gets upset because someone deigns to talk during her performance. And then she's like, I'm not going to play because no one respects my art form. You know, she was going to be nuts, in my opinion. And then everyone's like, bro, this is so dumb. And then Fulgrim walks in and he's like, I'm going to do my best to imitate his voice. He's like, will you play for me? And I, bleh, bleh, bleh. Compared to the slightly more noble voice that Jonathan Keeble gives him, I was very disappointed. I was like, ooh, that's so gross. Because, like, before you could hear the pretentiousness in the Jonathan Keeble version, but, like, it has, like, a different air, like, a slight touch of, like, arrogance, but it's not too much. This one was, like, snooty. It was snooty. And I was like, ew. Ew. No, I think... No, I don't think he should sound like that, personally. I don't think it's... Yeah, all the Primarchs are human deep down, but we forget because we're used to seeing them through the rose-colored lenses. Yep. Yeah, that's true. But I don't know, it was just the voice that was done for him, frankly. I still enjoyed the book, but it was too nasally for my tastes. But I also just like Jonathan Keeble's work, so it's, you know, it's hard to get past when he's got such, like, good stuff going on. Yes, he should sound elegant and classy. Then After the Fall, snootier, I guess. Probably more sensual. But not, like... I think he should still sound elegant and classy with a little more, like, sensuality to him. Anyways. Yeah, you feel that in the audiobook you're listening to. You hate how Magnus's voice is compared to the other books. Yeah, it's just a matter of just the voice actors. And the voice actors are really, really good at their jobs. Like, other characters, I enjoy their voices, but I certainly have preferences when it comes to, like, voices. Jonathan is mogging on all of them. Yes. Yeah, I really like Jonathan Keeble. He did a great job in The End and the Death for all three. So, yeah. I got the preferences, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, what did I read next? So, I can't remember... Let's see. Some of these books that I read... It doesn't much matter. I did read Black Legion. So this one here... I'm sorry, I have to say this. The only voice I can accept for Magnus is the voice from TTS. Yeah, that's kind of true at this point. I haven't read a Magnus book yet, but that's what I can hear, and I really like it. Like, it has, like, everything, like, I need to know about him, I feel like. I think it's interesting. I think depending on which books you read first when it comes to, like, learning about Primarchs or particular characters, you are biased. Because, like, the first person that I knew about for, like, well, first voice actor for Magnus was the TTS one. So I'm like, man, I really like that voice, and I make justifications in my head why it is the best voice. Because it sounds a little pretentious and a little know-it-all. Like, that's what Magnus in my mind sounds like. I'm like, okay, that makes sense, even though I've never read a book. But if I had read, like, a Magnus book, I would probably be like, no, that's not good enough. He's more like this and this and this. Magnus and Dorn voice actors did such a great job. It's everyone's default now. Yeah, it kind of is. It's different. I see the Dorn voice as, like, older Dorn, like middle-aged Dorn voice versus, like, the Dorn voice when I read the Dorn book. Anyways, yeah, so that's what I got here. So this is what I have so far. Anyways, here, Black Legion. I honestly thought this was a solid book. I thought the seeing the difference, the other side of the story with the Black Legion. I cannot remember the main character's name to save my life right now. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, and, like, how even the traders aren't getting along, and they can't stop themselves from fighting each other. So, wasn't the best book, but I thought it was interesting, and how this one guy he died, and he's like, no, I didn't die. And everyone's like, you died, and he's like, no, nope. He got gaslit so hard, chat. But I'll put it C tier. Wasn't bad, but I think because I can't remember the main character, that might be a mark against it. I think I normally would have put it B tier, but because I can't remember the main character's name, it's probably have to put it downward. So I think I just like I think I just prefer the Primarch books in general versus some of the regular ones. Ugh. Stretch. Voice actor for the Emperor, Jonathan Keeble. Still Jonathan Keeble. You're gonna ask me who should voice Loken? Jonathan Keeble. Who should voice Sanguinius? Jonathan Keeble. Horus, Jonathan Keeble. Just Jonathan Keeble everything. I think Jonathan Keeble did Master of Mankind, which I did read that book. I like that. Let's see. Master of Mankind. Audible voice actor. No, that's right. It was Aaron Dembski. Wait a sec. No, I thought that was just the regular. No, Jonathan Keeble did do it. Okay, good. I was right. It was Jonathan Keeble. Yeah, I like Jonathan Keeble. Oh, Dino Fan, thank you for the super chat. Voice. Oh, that was yours. A voice actor for the Emperor. Yes, Jonathan Keeble. Like that guy a lot. Oh yes. Awaken Ra. Ah, that, oh my gosh, that I love that. So many custodians. So many dead. I was so sad. But I learned so much about them. And let me tell you, we're just going to put Master of Mankind in S tier because that was so good. And the Titan battles, oh my gosh, I loved that. And how the Titan and the Princeps, is it Princeps? Yeah. Oh my goodness. The fight between the two Titans. And then at the very end, when like all hope was lost, the Titan won. And then, oh, the bad guys came in and, oh, treachery. I loved that. I was screaming. I was so mad. I was so pissed. I was so mad. So mad. So mad. Anyways, I loved The Master of Mankind. Very good book. You get a really interesting look into who the Emperor is. I love how ambiguous the Emperor becomes the more you read of him. Yes. You cannot pin that man down. Can't pin it down. I heard people dislike Master of Mankind just because there's not a lot of the Emperor. Well, yeah, I mean, I could see that, but like, I'm not bothered. I liked it. Liked it a lot. So, I think it was up there in one of the books I was like mostly like engaged in. Oh my gosh, my nose. But yeah, that book kept me like really engaged. And it was easy to like pick it up and be like, oh, I need to know more. Like I was listening to it at work. I'm surprised you haven't read the Valdor book yet. Well, yeah, I want to read it, but like there's other books I want to read first. I want to, Okay. What did I read next? I think I read... Where is it? Oh, I read the Malkador short story that I liked. I liked it. It made me think about who Malkador was as just like a regular dude versus, you know, just versus him as the, why can't I think? Steward for the Emperor. He's a liar, but he's old and he's tired. Yeah, him going up the stairs. Yeah, I try to go in order. It's not quite accurate. I'm just getting it as close as possible. So I liked it. What wasn't like, I think it was like solid. I listened to it. It was like 25 minutes long, I think. It's pretty short. Yes, technically I'm at the point where I've read dozens, so I've read 28. So yes, technically that falls into multiple dozens. Yeah. I consume lore. So we're gonna put Malcador the Sigillite. That his little short story in the B tier. You see a lot of Caiaphas Cain, Hero of the Imperium books. Yes. So I've read 3 of them. When did I start? I read them at like the end of June. And then I killed 3 of them pretty fast. And then I decided, because I like to talk about the books that I read, I wanted to hold off so I wasn't like bothering everyone with saying how much I like Cain. So I decided to stop, and I'm going to read the Night Lord's book after I read One and Only, the Gaunt's Ghost book. That's the plan. And you know what the best thing is about having book club? Is that I only add more books to this. More books are added to this list. Oh, I can't read that. I'm sorry. I will make sure I say your name. 1 second. I apologize. I guess I didn't fix that. Recursion Dax, thank you for the super chat. This is top tier content. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. I get to just yap. Which Night Lord's book? The first one? I forget what it's called. But I'm gonna read that one first. Yeah, join the Discord. We have a book club, and we get together and we vote on the books that we're going to read each month. And it's a lot of fun. I have fun, at least. And so now I just add new books to my repertoire. I try to read, so I read the book club book, and then I try to read at least one other book each month. If I really like the book, I'll slam a couple more, and I'll get those down. But at minimum, I try to read 2. So technically, I finished the 3rd Caiaphas Cain book. So technically, I've already done my 1. And I'll probably read another. After One and Only. Oh, First and Only. One and Only sounds like a romance novel. Imagine that. My one and only, my beloved toaster. A romance of a lifetime. A romance that spans the millennia. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, chat. Would you read that book, chat? Like a... Oh, okay, it's gonna be like... So, a Mechanicus, like, Czech priest. And, like, I don't know, like his girlfriend or something. And then something happens, and then she gets turned into a toaster. Or he gets turned into a toaster. And it's... That would be so dumb. There's a grim, dark meaning behind One and Only. Well, I guess we'll find out what it is. Yeah, it's called First and Only. I messed up and I said One and Only, and then I said there should be a book, and it should be about a tech priest and his toaster girlfriend. Or a girlfriend who gets turned into a toaster. That would be so dumb. But I feel like if you do it right, it's on the levels of like the infinite and the divine, where it's just funny. It's just funny, but it's not too much. He falls in love with some piece of archaeotech, and the whiter Mechanicus wants to get their grubby hands all over his girlfriend. See, it's getting better. It's getting better. GW, if you ever see this, make a funny little story about a guy and his toaster. Get that guy a toaster. Anyways. No, I don't want it to be a smut book. I want it to be a wholesome romance book. No more smut, please. There's too much smut on the book talk scene. There's too much smut in general. Chat, get your head out of the smut, okay? Would you love me if I was a toaster? Should I make stickers that say that? Yeah, or you can write your own fan fiction. Don't write smut. I won't read it. I won't read your dang smut. I'm here enjoying Warhammer because I don't want to read smut, chat. Anyways. Would you love me if I overcooked your toast? No, I hate when my toast is overcooked. No, I'm not saying no more smut in 40k. I'm saying no more smut in general. And then don't bring it to 40k. Smut is in my blood. No, get it out of your blood. Get a transfusion. Get that out of your blood. No smut. Be wholesome, chat. Be wholesome, chat, okay? I might be asking a lot of you. Be wholesome, chat. Okay, what did I read next? Oh, I read the Belisarius Call book. So, at the time I read it, I didn't know there was, like... I mean, I didn't know that there was, like, drama surrounding Call and that people didn't hate him. That people hated him. Because he just kind of got thrown into the lore. But I thought he was interesting. I like him in Friedish. His best friend. Oh my gosh. The bromance. And Friedish follows him around. Oh my gosh. Friedish. I love that guy. And I'm so sad that Call no longer has his best friend. His best friend. Hang on, chat, 1 second. I have an extra noise in my room that I can hear, and you can't hear it, I don't think. Because I think I have it filtered out. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to unplug the thing that is making this horrendous noise. Give me 2 seconds. I will be right back. It's bothering me enough, I need to fix it. Okay, I'm back. That was just bothering me. I'm unplugging the toaster. No, it was just something that was running and it was just annoying. Noise Marine decapitated, yeah. There you go. ASMR, my neck popping, if you heard that one. I wouldn't be surprised if my mic picked that up. It picks me up like swallowing my water. So. Let's see. Anyways. Alright, thank you for your patience while I unplug my toaster. The machine spirit was displeased and I killed it. Well... It has a replacement, so it's getting replaced, but I was being loud. Anyways, it's fine. It's fine, chat. It's fine. Oh yeah, Call. So I didn't know people disliked him. I thought he was interesting and like Friedish. R.I.P. Friedish. Call has a son? What? I didn't know that. Gene Father's a nice sequel. Yeah, wasn't that the one between the spider, Fabius Bile, and then Call? Wasn't that about both of them? Or is that one just about Bile? I liked it. I have lots in the B tier because I feel like there's like a threshold of like I really enjoyed the book. I was a little confused at first because this other dude was talking. I really liked it when that other dude was like, I have the stronger intellect, so I'm going to overpower you, Call, but I will save your friend. And Call's like, bro, you freaking suck. You're gonna kill my friend, and I can't stand for that crap. And I was like, bro, this is so messed up and like twisted. Why is this guy a pain in the butt? Anyways, and then they're like, okay, let's merge our consciousness together. Consciousness. Yes. Anyways, let's put our heads together, basically, is what they said. And then the servant to the guy was like, sir, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, yeah, I'm fine. It's obviously me. And then it's Call, and then it kills her. And then he's like, Friedish, my boy. And then Friedish dies, and it's sad. But Call has the superior intellect and was stronger. It was great. It was great. So, I liked it. And I liked how, like, Call just goes. He doesn't care about rules. He's like, I don't care about the rules. Screw the consequences. Can't talk today. Can I talk any day? No. So, I'm gonna put it in B. I have to, like, really like a book for me to get past. Like, there's a huge, like, a drop off between B and A. Like, I have to really, really like it. But still, I like B. And then I went through a whole slew of different books, of, like, mainly different Primarch books. Yeah, I like how Call keeps, like, a bit of Friedish around, even though he died. I was like, no, it's so sad. Freaking arrogant human walking around. He's like, oh, yes, I can save your friend. Obviously, he couldn't have saved him. Call is smarter than him, and he couldn't save him. Stupid. So mad. Alrighty. So, the next stuff I read a bunch of different things about Primarchs. So, what did I read first? I think I read the Alfarius book, which I liked. Like I said, I like most of these books. Honestly. No, oh, that was the guy's name, Sedaine, yes, from the Great Work. Yeah, Sedaine was the guy that wanted to basically be in charge of Call, like, take over as the consciousness there. I did like that. I thought that was cool. I liked it a lot, but I don't know if I could put it on A tier. I'm not sure. I have to think about it. I'll think about it. Anyways, I like the Alfarius book. I think my favorite part of the Alfarius book, it was some parts of it were interesting, but I like the first one. I like the first line. It's like, I am Alfarius. This is a lie. And then at the end of the book, it is, I'm Alfarius. This is a lie. But it's actually, like, it is a lie. It is a lie. It was so funny. I was reading the book, and like, it's when the book started off like that, I was like, okay, that's funny. That's funny. And then at the end, when you get context, you're like, you're right. That isn't Alfarius, and it is a lie. I was losing my mind. It was awesome because I was sitting there and it was Omegon going up and he was introducing himself to Horus. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna end. I am Alfarius. This is a lie. And I was like, I liked that. That's all I really remember about the book. I remember like a little bit. So I'm gonna put it C tier. I remember other things, but it's just Alpha Legion books are kind of hard to write without sounding stupid. Yeah, I could see that. It was just interesting how he found his brother. So, but like I've liked other books more. So then I read, what did I read? I think I read the Rogel Dorn book. So I honestly, I don't really remember Rogel Dorn. I think it's Praetorian of Terra is what the book is called. I don't really remember much about what happens in it. I know that there is an interaction where he meets like a human society, and they are like willing to comply, but they find out that their genetic material is so tainted that they, like, even though they were super peaceful, they had to destroy them. They couldn't let them integrate with regular humans in the Imperium, which was rough. He had to make that call, and I felt so bad for him because everything was going so smoothly, and someone said something offhand, which was like, "Oh yes, we have this thing in our brains," and he's like, "I'm sorry, what thing in your brains?" And they're like, "Oh yes, this thing." Yeah, it was just sad because you could tell you're just like, oh shoot, and then the gunfire started, and not pretty at all. So I remember that, but other than that, I don't remember much of the book. It was one of the shorter books too. I remember that it was like, I think 6 hours long. And Dorn didn't like that. Yeah, no. Yeah. I think he was super regretful. He didn't want to do it. I like Dorn, but I don't remember the book all that well. So probably have to put it D tier because it didn't leave that much of an impression. Although I do like Dorn, and I did think I liked his character in the book. If I don't remember a book well enough, I can't rate it highly, in my opinion. Man, I've been on this one tier list for like an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, grade the book, not the character. It's tough because I do like Dorn. Dorn is a really cool dude. Okay. Similar feelings with Rabute. Dorn is adornable. Yes. Yeah, they were too mutated. They were too messed up, unfortunately. Same with like the Rabute Gilliman book. I was kind of like, meh. It felt really lame. And like, this is one where it was like, I like Rabute Gilliman, but I wasn't, it was okay. I was like, oh, like I thought the fights were actually better. Like the war that was going on where they were fighting orcs. I thought that was cool, but in general, it felt just kind of like a bland. It felt bland and overall. So I'm gonna put it D tier, and that's one I do remember what happened, but it wasn't enough for me to give a good score. Yeah, him fighting the orcs was nice. It was cool. And like how the orcs gathered all the bombs and how he fought the orc boss. I was like, yeah, this is sick, but it felt bland, the Ultramarines in a nutshell. I didn't feel that about the ones in The Great Work with Belisarius Call. I liked those guys. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Yeah, that one I remember listening to it and I was like, I don't want to finish it. The Angron book, I think it's The Red Angel. I don't remember the book title. That one was just, it was mostly his sons, if we're being perfectly honest. It's post-heresy, and they're all starting to, Angron is like summoning all of his sons And like summoning is like a strong word. Like it almost like implies intent, but I think he just kind of did it. He just kind of like, oh, he's just, they all just kind of came together and then started killing each other. Minnesota Fats, thank you for the super chat. In general, here's Alfarius. AL in general, here's Alfarius. This is a lie. Yes, indeed, indeed. But so they just all got together. I mean, it was interesting because I didn't quite understand it at first, but there was actually a blood angel, I think, that defected or something like that. Because there was this guy there who wanted the butcher's nails. I'm like, why would you want that, buddy? That's a bad idea. And then his servant was like, towards the end of the book, there was a huge fight. And the guy went down, but he survived. And then she's like, hey, I got you some butcher's nails that they could put in your head. I know you really wanted them. I'm like, huh. It's like the equivalent of wanting someone to put your leg in a bear trap. And then at the end, like, he realized how much pain he was in. And I was like, oh my gosh. They just got together and started killing each other. Just boys being boys. Yes, boys being boys. Boys being boys. Don't interrupt boys' night. You're gonna have fun just maiming each other. What else are we gonna do in this economy? Anyways. So it was fine. It was fine. I don't think I preferred just a lot of it was like angry grunting and like subdued screaming. In the book, where people are like growls and grunts. That was a lot of the book. This one guy would not stop, but he was a menace on the battlefield. Though it had more character in it than some of the other books that I read, so that's fine. The best way to communicate. What did I say, chat? What did I say? All those growls and grunts, but you said you didn't like smut. You know what I mean when I say that. You know what I mean. You're intentionally being annoying. You're just being annoying on purpose. What the heck? What the heck? Always bringing it back to smut, chat. Always bringing it back to the smut and the inappropriate topics. I didn't say there was no... Like, at least the authors don't go into detail. They do indicate that characters are together. Like, I was surprised, because the first heretic was, like, the first instance where I was like, oh... Okay, because they indicated Cyrene was in a relationship with one of the captains on the ship they were on. I was like, oh, okay. So I was definitely. It's not something I expected to see. They do indicate people are in relationships, and that's fine. Yeah, that moment in Horse Rising with the soldier in Keeler's... Yes, I was like... The judgment. Oh my gosh. Like, if I was her, and then Loken was knocking on my door, I'm like, ah, shoot, I gotta get this man out of my room. I would be mortified. Absolutely mortified. But they just don't care. They don't care. Yeah, they do, like Cain, there's indication there. They don't like, so far in the 3 books that I've read, they haven't like said anything other than like, oh yes, he like massaged her shoulders. You know that leads to something, but it's not like they say it explicitly. And like in the footnotes, like she makes like the difference is like he talks mostly through the book. They have one voice actor for Cain and then another for Amberly, which makes the footnotes like really easy to distinguish. Amberly's footnotes when Cain mentions other women are funny. I've only got, I don't think I've gotten so far. This just in, Aurelia allows other characters to be in relationships. Yes, I allow it. I allow it, chat. Just rubbing girl bro's shoulders, nothing weird. We all know what that leads to, chat. Don't pretend you don't know. Especially if the girl already likes you. Come on. Come on. Yeah, don't play dumb with me. Don't play dumb with me. Yeah, no, so I was just surprised because I didn't know that they would bring that side into the Warhammer universe, but it's not explicit, so I appreciate that at least. Other books explicit. It's heretical information I cannot share with you. Ask your parents. Ask your parents, chat. Okay. I also read. You don't want to know? Yes, correct. Another book that I read was Perturabo. Perturabo, Hammer of Olympia. I felt so bad for him. I felt like bad for him, that I also was like, dude, you're kind of dumb. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yeah, go ask your dad, chat. His sister is super goated. She absolutely wrecked him. She was, oh my favorite. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna read it again. I've read it before. Oh my gosh. Let me. I love this quote. It is so good. All right, I'm gonna read it, chat. It's so good. All right, are we ready? Let me find it. It's so good. Okay, so this is part of the quote, but she's, so good. All right. Here it is. I could read the whole thing, but I don't think we need the sentence in the front. The truth is, brother, I have followed your campaigns carefully, and I noticed a pattern that disturbed and then alarmed me. Always you do things the most difficult way and in the most painful manner. You cultivate a martyr's complex, lurching from man to man, holding out your bleeding wrists so they might see how you hurt yourself. You brood in the shadows when all you want to do is scream, "Look at me!" You are too arrogant to win people over through effort. You expect people to notice you there in the half-darkness and point and shout out, "There! There is the great Perturabo. See how he labors without complaint." Oh boy, what a freaking roast. What a roast. And she's right. She was 100% right. Oh my gosh, it was really good. So good. Will I post this list on this Discord? Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of that quote. I honestly should put it down somewhere so I can access it easier because I like reading it. It's so good. It's so good, chat. So I enjoyed that book. I'd put it A tier, probably low A's if I was gonna like really Like, because it's not as good as Galaxy in Flames and Horus Rising. But, I like that. It was good. Like, specifically for that, I was like, girl, get him. And then he was all sad after, and I'm like, you should be sad. You've done messed up. You've messed up pretty big time. She slam dunked her brother harder than he slam dunked her body. That was too good. That was too good, chat. Well said. Well said. Yeah, there are dangers in being honest to a Primarch. Side note, in like, not side note, like in that vein, in Fulgrim was obsessed with being perfect, kind of still is, and he was trying to figure out what was wrong with him. And he called a remembrancer who was really good at making marble sculptures into like his studio, where Fulgrim was showing him statues of his captains that he made, and he's like, I want you to like tell me what you think of these. And it's from the other dude's perspective, from the remembrancer's perspective, and he's like, does he want to hear my honest opinion or what he wants to hear? And so he like, yes, he's like, do you want to hear my honest opinion? And Fulgrim's like, yes, but he freaking lied. He was wanting to hear what he wanted to hear. And the remembrancer was like, it's too perfect. Like, it's too, like, it lacks a humanity to it. And because it doesn't have those like tiny little flaws that you would see in a statue, like it actually looks almost like inhuman. It's too perfect. And Fulgrim was pissed. And then later, this remembrancer kind of locked himself up tight, so he didn't notice the corruption that was going on in like the Third Legion. And so he was actually making a statue of the Emperor, a really, really beautiful one. And then Fulgrim came in and was like, yeah, dude, you have not been paying attention this whole time. And by this time, Fulgrim was pretty far gone. And he's like, yeah, you've not been paying attention, have you? And then Fulgrim just, boom, killed him. So, be careful how honest you actually are to a Primarch. And another example, let's just go through all the examples. When Ammon, who was part of the 5th Legion, not 5th Legion, 9th Legion, 5th Company Terminators, in Fear to Tread, he basically said, Sanguinius, like, I think your brother has betrayed us. And he was telling the truth. He like genuinely believed that. Sanguinius beat him within an inch of his life. I mean, he was right in the end, but be careful when you're honest to a Primarch. They have unrivaled levels of anger. Yeah. Yes, as Sanguinius' wife, I can confirm you have to be careful about it. Yeah, and I mean, doesn't justify anything, but like in some situation the Primarchs are actually like genuinely stressed the heck out, and you can't, it doesn't justify what they did, but you can understand why they snapped when you hear stuff like that. It's also timing. Ammon could have been more tactful about it. Should Sanguinius did what he did? No. But that happened. It happened anyway. Not a band account. S tier for Kai Caiaphas Kane, hero of the Imperium. He bravely rushes to the rear of the battle, straight into incoming ambushes. He is the bravest commissar. I agree with you. That is where that book was going to go, in the S tier. I'll just put it there now. Thank you for the super chat. It definitely belongs there. Confirmed. So, yeah. Just be careful how honest you are to Primarchs. Oh no, I totally agree, because they can control their anger. It is a sign of emotional weakness. I totally agree. Like, they should be above that. I 100% agree. Blink twice if Sanguinius is holding you hostage. Anyways, that's the word I use the most when I segue. Blink twice if you want Sanguinius to hold you. I'll blink so fast, chat. I'll blink so fast. I will say it 50 times. Anyways. Okay. What I read next? Oh, I read the Corax book. So the Corax book, confused me because it was split up into small stories, and I was confused when I was 30 minutes into the book, and it ended just like, and that was raptors, and I was like, huh? Is the book over? It's a whole short story series of short stories, but I liked it because you learn more about Corax and how, like, darkness, and how really upset he was because he definitely tampered with gene seed when he shouldn't have, and his sons really suffered. Well, some of them really suffered because of that. Whew. The Primarchs sometimes strike me as a reminiscent of Greek gods. Oh, dang it. My chat box moved fast. Not omnipotent, but plenty potent. Not always virtuous, but exemplifying a virtue. That's a great point. That's a really good point, Dr. Mintharos. Ugh. The second best bird boy. Yes, you are correct. The second best bird boy. You didn't like the Corax? You didn't read it. I thought you said you didn't like it. I was like, what? I liked it. Gave you, like, some good context, but I wouldn't say it was, like, S or A tier. I'd say B tier again. I genuinely felt bad for him. No, I haven't played Battle Sector yet. Oh, Russell March, thank you for the super chat. How do I calm my husband down? He really likes having his wings pet. Like, really softly. It's like a back massage. But it's, like, really soft. Or, like, brushing his hair. I like it when my hair's brushed. It feels good. And he's got long, beautiful hair. It's prettier than mine. That's how you calm someone down. You can't really do that in a public setting, though. Then it's a little weird. But would recommend 10 out of 10, both Battle Sector and the Wing Pat. A nice hot cup of blood. Yeah, that could work too. Head scratches are 100% the way to anyone's heart. No, you're correct. I don't have to fight you on that one. That is, yes. Head pats, very nice. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So that's what I would do anyways if I was gonna calm him down. Bird Boy's death is sad, but it gave us the Black Rage, which is objectively the coolest gene seed flaw. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Ooh. Alright. Ew, blood cookies? That's gross. I know last week. Was it last week? We talked about how different cultures use blood. There's like blood sausages. You can have like pork blood and it's like in like a jello-y kind of consistency, or you can mix it up with rice. But I've never heard of blood cookies. Do those exist in anyone's culture? Please let me know. I'm curious, but also disgusted at the same time if that's a thing. I doubt it. But, you know, I've been wrong about many other things. Ew. Gotta vibe to the music every once in a while. Cornflakes. Yes. Cornflakes is blood with the flakes in it. The blood is the milk. The next book, after that, I did read some. I read The End and the Death. This is part 1. I liked all The End and the Death. I liked them all. I thought they were really well written, and the voice acting was 10 out of 10. Jonathan Keeble killed it. Boris killed it. Everyone killed. Slay Queen. Slay Queen. So I'm gonna put The End and the Death. All of them. I liked all of them. Genuinely thoroughly enjoyed, even though the second book had the death of my glorious beloved golden hawk boy. I cried. I cried, chat. I won't even lie to you. I cried. Very sad about it. Yes, I did. Harlock Zero, I did know that about Sanguinius, that he corrected the Blood Angels and how they behaved. And he worked really hard. You find out about that in Fear to Tread and in the Sanguinius book, Great Angel. Yeah. I love the whole End of the Death as a whole, but you could tell which parts were filler. Yeah, absolutely, you could. And it does indicate, like, what important things and what important characters come later on, but, yeah, I was like, come on, let's get past the dumb parts. So, I mean, I just liked, yeah, it did ruin the pacing, but honestly, I liked everything else so much, I can't not. Oh, what is sadness but love preserving? Oh, that is sad. So yeah, I like them well enough that I can ignore the really slow parts. So it's fine by me. And then let's see. Yeah, so then the ones that I read. Sanguinius the Great Angel. So I think it was like after I read a bunch of the Primarch books, I said, it's time to give myself a little treat and read some Sanguinius books. Yes, I know. Don't tell me that he ripped his face off. I'm well aware. I read the book. Thank you very much. Ugh. Ugh. Just so... Gah. Upsetting. Anyways, I like the Sanguinius books. I like both of them because the first one with the Great Angel, this book here, it focused on a guy who was like learning the secrets of the Blood Angels. And it was, in some moments, it was like a little terrifying. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this guy gonna die? Like, I didn't realize it was gonna follow this one guy, but I really liked it. And at one point, like, Sanguinius just like appears out of the dark. I'm like, well, that is uncharacteristic of him. And he's like, yeah, you gotta keep this a secret, man. You can write your book and maybe later it'll be published. Like, I thought that was so chill of him. He's like, yeah, you can write your book on everything that we've done. It's pretty bad, but I've worked really, really hard. And so I thought that was cool. Thank you. I'm aware. I'm gonna put that A tier. Both of them. I also liked Fear to Tread. My favorite part was at the beginning when in Fear to Tread they were fighting the Nephilim. This was Horus and Sanguinius and their legions, and when Horus was talking to the Nephilim, he's like, you have one last chance to surrender. Like, yeah, we're not gonna surrender to you freaking humies. And he's like, okay, well, we're the anvil, and like, you will break upon us. And he's like, we are the anvil, and that is the hammer, as the 9th Legion rains like fire from the sky and starts like destroying everything. Oh my gosh, I was so excited when I read that. I was like, yes, burn them. Very good book. And seeing Sanguinius be tortured by like the horrible decisions he had to make was good. Got to see some character development. So Sanguinius books go A tier because I like them. Now, The Infinite, the Divine. I love that book too. I really liked it. I'm debating on whether or not it should go in A tier or if it should go in S tier. It's so funny and I enjoyed parts of it. Like, I'm torn. I feel like it has to go in S tier just because it's so different from all the other books, and I really did like it. Where would you guys put Infinite and the Divine in your opinion? Actually, I lied. I want Fear to Tread in S tier. I put that in the wrong one. Fear to Tread was S tier. S tier for Infinite the Divine. Yeah, it's just so good. It's so funny. It just made me laugh. Yeah, we're gonna put it up there. Let's see. So let's do the Kane books really fast. The Kane books got kind of similar. Caves of Ice was solid. I have no complaints. It was solid, pretty simple, kind of what happened. But so I wouldn't say it's like S tier, because like the first time I think kind of like Kane books, like they're all really good, but there's something about reading the first one where you get a sense of who he is. The other ones, like, they're similar, so you lose that shock value you get when you read the first book. Like, the shock value from the first book you don't get in the other two books, like the following books. So like, I might put that one in. I probably put this one in B tier. Caves of Ice is B tier. I still liked it, but it wasn't as good as the first one. And The Traitor's Hand, which is the most recent book I've read, I liked it more. I got some insight into Kane that I didn't have before about his interactions with Chaos, which was way more, like, unexpected. I wasn't expecting that. I think I would put that one in A tier because I like the different look of Kane dealing with Chaos and then dealing with other commissars that are actually really big sticks in the mud. And I actually thought it was hilarious because the one commissar he worked with, like, I could tell everything I knew about him because his last name, it's spelled differently, but his last name is Beige. And if that doesn't say everything you need to know about him, there it is. I'm saying shock value in the sense of, like, the narration style and how Kane portrays himself. So that's what I'm saying, because most Warhammer characters do not present themselves that way, and you get Amberly's opinion on top of that. The books get samey after a while. Shock value was just like the only phrase I like, kind of had in my mind at the time. So I like Trader's Hand. I put it in A tier. Devastation of Baal, I enjoyed. Well, no, we'll do Wolfsbane next. Wolfsbane was like an interesting take on, why did I forget his name? Lehman Russ. He's a cool dude, and I thought I learned kind of a lot from him, like about him, really, from like how he behaves. Like he pretends to be like a stupid animal that everyone's like, oh, well, he's just gonna go kill everything, and he's the executioner. He'll do like whatever he's told. He will. He's a loyal guy, but like he's actually quite smart underneath all of that. And I enjoyed seeing that aspect of him. The book wasn't particularly like, I wasn't like, oh, I have to keep reading. It was a bit slow, so I wouldn't put it in A tier, I don't think. I'd probably put it B tier. And then Devastation of Baal. Oh, that one took... Devastation of Baal. The Kane books are for a gentle laugh when the universe is too down. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm such a terrible commander. Why do they keep making me do these missions? Amberly. He killed an entire orc Wa and a chimera. Yeah, he's really good at his stuff. Didn't I read Brutal Cutting in the book club? No, we haven't read that. Oh, Shadowseeker 2, thank you for the super chat. I'm so glad you put Infinite the Divine in S tier. That book alone really made me a Necron main. Oh wow, you own 15,000 points of the faction. How much of that is painted? How much of that is painted? It would be exciting for you to read Brutal Cunning. No. Okay. Yeah, so no, I haven't read that book yet. I think it might have been an option that, like, we didn't vote for, that, like, didn't win. Devastation of Baal, though, like, started off really... You can't just ask a man how much of his army is painted. Well, okay, I understand owning 15,000 points is impressive. Expensive. But, like... I could buy boxes at the store and I could own a lot of points of armies, but how much is painted? I mean that out of curiosity and not out of disrespect. I promise. I promise. 200,000 points of Nids most painted? Oh my gosh. That's insane. That's insane. I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you. I want to actually say half my army is painting. Literally painting right now. Okay, good. Good thing you're working on that while you work. I did not want to be, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful earlier. I realized how that could have been taken the wrong way. I was just genuinely curious because I don't have a lot of points of anything. Devastation of Baal, I liked, was slow in the beginning. I did, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I teared up at the end because I didn't realize Sanguinius was gonna start talking, like was gonna talk to Dante. I knew like Dante was denied his death, but I didn't know Sanguinius was like gonna say words. That he started talking and I got teary. I was like, oh, I miss my boy. I was like, this is so sad. I genuinely started tearing up, and then I was like, why am I tearing up? This is so dumb. This is so dumb. But honestly, like, hearing the voice, even though it wasn't Jonathan Keeble, the voice actor did a really good job. So I'll put it in the A tier because the Sanguinius, and honestly, Dante is pretty boss. Dante is so cool, so I can't say no to that. Dante was just he was awesome. So yeah, here is the full list. Chat. So we'll start from the bottom and go up. In the D tier, we have Rogaldorn. I think it's Praetorian of Terra is what the book's called. Rabute Gilliman, Lord of Ultramar. We have in the C tier, Pilgrims of Fire. We have the Black Legion, the Alfarius book. Forget it. Angron, I think the Red Angel. A B tier, we have the Lion, Son of the Forest, Fulgrim, Palatine Phoenix, Fulgrim, High Lord of the Imperium, which is about Melkador, Belisarius Call, The Great Work, Corax, Caiaphas Cain, Caves of Ice, Wolfsbane. That was all B tier. A tier, Galaxy in Flames, Horus Rising, Perturabo, Hammer of Olympia, Sanguinius, the Great Angel, Caiaphas Cain book, The Traitor's Hand, Devastation of Baal, and then S tier, The First Heretic, The Master of Mankind, Caiaphas Cain for the Emperor, The End of the Death, parts 1, 2, and 3, so all 3 parts, Fear to Tread, and The Infinite and the Divine. So this is my list. So like I said, I genuinely enjoy the Warhammer books. So there's not one like, oh, I hated that one. That was horrible. That was awful. Except I heard the book Inquisitor is bad. So, you know, I won't read it just to keep the streak good. But yeah, they're all really good books. I don't have any complaints. There's other like book series that I've read that I've genuinely like, I dislike and I don't enjoy at all. But this one, reading Warhammer books, at least the ones I have read, have been pretty solid across the board. Like, look how, like, I mentioned earlier that it was going to be heavy on the, on this top side that I like more than I dislike. Yes, I know I'm not going to read Inquisitor. I know I'm not. We talked about this, like, the other day. I am not going to read it. I just mentioned it. So no, I don't want terrible books. I want good books. So this is good. And honestly, I'll probably do a tier list like this later. I'm probably going to screenshot this so that when I get to the point where I have like 28 more books to add, I can move all of these around accordingly. You'll shrivel up and want to perish. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard similar things. So I'll screenshot this. I'm going to screenshot this right now. So that when I do this again, when I read more books, we will have a good time. I'm going to put it in... Where am I going to put it? Well, I'm going to put it in my special server, but I'm also going to throw it in general. There. I put it in the Discord server. You should join the Discord. We have a lot of fun there. We have a really good time. There's descriptions and stuff in the descriptions. We have links and stuff to join the Discord. Sometimes I get stream ideas from chat, and sometimes we'll do like community little projects things. So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff there. Let me put this. I'm just gonna throw this somewhere, and then I'll move it later. So I'll do this again, this kind of style where I go through all more books. But chat, we're not done. I came up with an idea an hour and a half before stream started, because I was like, I want another tier list. This one took me quite a while. We're almost at 2 hours of me straight up talking. I think it took me like 15-20 minutes to actually get to reviewing everything. Someone said like what the breakdown was. So we have, it's a Primarch tier list. I love the Primarchs, so we're going to talk about them as much as I feel like it. I'll go over it in a second. Let me make sure I have everything up. let's see, is there anything else I need to do with that page? I'm getting a little stretch in, chat. Getting a little stretch in. Don't read Inquisitor, just watch the TTS summary. Okay. That's what I was told too. That's what I was told yesterday, because someone mentioned it and I was like, oh, should I read the book before I listen to the TTS summary? And people were like, no, like emphatically no. And I was like, oh, okay, I won't. I trust you, chat. Sometimes I trust you, chat. Let's be honest. Ouch. So, chat, question for you. How many, so, as a Warhammer Vtuber, I can get an interesting mix of people. For the most part, I think it's safe to say a good portion of people who enjoy VTubers like anime. I don't know if I can necessarily say the same thing for Warhammer fans. So I'm curious, what's the ratio of, like, how many people are Warhammer and anime fans, or just Warhammer fans, or just anime fans and you just want to be here and learn about Warhammer? I'm curious kind of what the breakdown is, because I don't know. Oh, we should get a poll. Is it just me today? I need a poll. Okay. One second, chat. I'm gonna put a poll really fast. Poll. Start a poll. Do you like Warhammer? Dang, I can't spell. One second. I didn't have this planned. Okay. All right, I'm starting with the YouTube one. So, YouTube, you have a poll. Okay, YouTube, you have a poll now. Let me put up a poll for Twitch really fast. I'm genuinely curious, because I don't know. And I think that would be kind of fun to get an idea of where you guys are. Okay. Okay, I have a poll for Twitch and YouTube setup. Okay, so at least on the YouTube side, we have like 91% for both. Yeah, Twitch has a nice little button that just lets me say manage poll and I don't have to type it in. Okay, it looks like we have a lot of people that are like on the both side. Okay, then this makes my next topic a lot easier. I'm Warhammer / anime, any genre that has something good from slice of life to psychological. Fair enough, fair enough. Sounds like this is a trick. No, this is not a trick. I like anime. Well, let's make this clear. I like anime too. So, let me, I have the power of the Emperor and anime on my side. Yes, correct. That's me. Anyways, yeah, so this is not a trick. I'm not like, oh my gosh, you weebs. No. I like anime too. So don't worry your little heads about this. I'm just excited because I've been watching some anime recently and this idea popped into my head and I thought it would be hilarious and we're gonna do it. Okay. So it looks like 83%. We don't have too many votes on the Twitch side. Of you are both anime and Warhammer fans, and 87% on the YouTube side. So, with that said, then I think I can safely introduce this next topic. Let me change my use this one. Okay, here is our topic for today, chat. And we're going to discuss the rules before we go into it. Which Primarch would make the best anime protagonist? I thought of this the other day. Who said only anime? How did you get here? VTubers. VTubers are anime-esque. That's why. So, chat. So, I want to discuss some possibilities because we have to figure out a good way to rank and judge these Primarchs based on who would be the best anime protagonist, okay? Okay. So we're gonna come up with some rules that we're gonna judge them by. Once I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna look at my screen over here. So I took a liberty of going through here. Doran would be the worst. See, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. I'm so happy. I thought of this. Like I was watching an anime while I was working out, and I was like, oh, the idea popped into my head. I'm like, oh, this would be so funny. This would be so funny. None. Oh, I think some of them would be funny. It depends on the genre. So here we're gonna I'm going to basically clarify what we are judging these boys on. So there's a couple different options. Okay. So we are gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna write. Oh, I rearranged my desk. I don't have my notepad with me. Okay. So there's a couple options, but there's one I certainly wanted to include because I thought it was funny. How about we judge them on 3 categories? I'm actually gonna change my stream title because I think this would be funny. Warhammer. I'm gonna change the stream title. Hang on. How else will I get the people to come to my stream if I don't add a little bit of fun? Done. I might change my thumbnail after this. Okay, edit. We're gonna change the title. Yee. Now, if any of you are on the Discord now, you know why I have my my status as anime boys. All right, chat. Okay, we're gonna end the polls. End the poll, and that poll is done too. Great. We're golden girl goblin noises. Yes, it's funny. It's funny. Can't give it. This is hilarious. Okay, so I have pulled up a couple of categories that we are going to look at. The first category, and then I have a couple others that I want opinions on. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at my title. I'm hilarious, chat. I'm so funny. Okay. So, we're gonna go off a few different things, because obviously there are different types of main protagonists, but I want to do a specific vibe because I think it would be so funny. So, the first category is... I didn't come up with this. I was working on this with a friend. The first category we will be judging them on is harem attraction quotient. So that basically means how easily girls join the party. How many girls will follow this one dude around. That's gonna be the first thing we judge them against. I actually have a couple options. So maybe let me take a screenshot of this actually. Here are a couple options we're going to look at. Let me save this and I'll put them on the screen and we can discuss. Actually, one second. No, but see, that's just one. We're going to do a couple others. Actually, I'll just read them off. I'll read them off, chat, and then we'll just kind of... I won't make another poll. We'll just kind of judge. What type of girl? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Any girl. Any girl. Okay. So yeah, one of the options. So here are the options. The other one. So I minimum, I want to do the one where it's how many girls will follow this boy into battle and will fight alongside him. Okay? The other options are protagonist hair. So we have who has the best protagonist hair, who has the best who has the most tragic backstory. If they have a catchphrase, how cool is their catchphrase? How ridiculous is their outfit? So like, do they have that protagonist outfit? And then another one that I thought was funny was their density level. Like, how dumb are they? Like, how oblivious are they to their romantic interests? So, got a couple options. So I don't want to do the hair because half of them are bald and that's not fun. How about we go off like, okay, how about this? I don't know all the Primarchs weapons. How about we do this? We'll make it a little bit easy. So there's harem attraction. There is how cool their like anime-esque their weapon is. And what's the last one? Backstory? Tragic backstory. Can we do that? Should we do that, chat? If so, I will write them down. Can I put harem on stream? It's too late. I've already said it, so we're gonna do it. Well, I'll say girl attraction, and then cool weapon. No, we're gonna do this. Cool weapon. And then the last one will be backstory. Tragic backstory. So I'm gonna put it on the screen so then everyone knows what we're talking about. Catchphrase. Well, how many catchphrases do they really say? Download. 1 second. I'm downloading my notes. And then I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm going to crop this so it's not stupid big. All right. This is going to be a fun one. I was really excited when I came up with this. We're going to move you back over here. And then I'm going to add another image to the screen. Image notes. Okay. This one. All right. So these are the points that we're going to go off of, chat. So if you forget, they're here at the bottom. And for anyone else who joins and that's how are we rating them? This is what you answer, the ones on the bottom. This is what we're going to do. So this is how we are rating them. So it is a combination of all three because it would obviously be super unfair to someone like let's see, who's a good example? Lorgar. We hate Lorgar, so we'll talk about him. It would suck if we just based off of girl attraction, because how many girls are actually attracted to Lorgar? How many, chat? How many do you think actually like Lorgar? Probably none. He's a baby. Anyways, so that wouldn't be fair to him. So we will also consider his backstory, how tragic it is, and how cool his weapons are. And frankly, I actually don't know the main weapons that most of the Primarchs use. So, the fact that I stumbled across this stream after, dang it, my stuff disappears too fast. Oh my gosh, I saw it. I would respond to it. The fact that I stumbled across the stream hearing attraction, and just after delving down the depths of the Primarch's girlfriend universe, you've come to the right place. This is going to be fantastic, chat. So, essentially, we're gonna break it down to kind of imagine them not. I think we'll kind of make them into like their like teenage kind of versions, like young adult, because most animes are starring like if it's a male protagonist, he's like on the younger side, like in his 20s, early 20s. So think of it kind of in that aspect. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Aurelia Lorgar has So many church girls that would love him. Oh gosh, let's not think about it. All right, so which one we start off with? So I have all the Primarchs, but I have also included, for the sake of this, Malcador and the Emperor. So who should we start with, chat? Who should we judge first? Who should we do? Not do. I mean, who should we pick first to start us off? Because I think I love this concept. I'm having the time of my life just talking about it. All right. Yeah. Do we want to start with someone that we think is like middle of the road and then go from there? Because if we have like a baseline in the middle, then I think that might be a good left to right. Well, yeah, we could do that. That's fine too, because it does randomize them when I put them in. Because obviously you have Guilliman, and it just... Well, it's actually kind of... It's oddly out of order. Okay, we've got a lot of options, so maybe we'll just start left to right. Maybe rate Primarch girlfriends in the future, but I don't like girls. I like guys. So I'm gonna rank the guys. they gonna get just ranking guys. All right, Guilliman. Let's discuss the first area, girl attraction. So I think, oh, my music turned off. 1 second. Get the music back on. So frankly, Guilliman, I don't think he's getting a lot of girls. I think, like, I mean, obviously, Yvraine is one of, like, everyone's, like, whole thing with him, like, ooh. Yeah, he has a girlfriend already. So that kind of makes him, like, hard for the other girls to, like, want to follow him. Is this the Primarchs pre or post heresy? We'll go pre-heresy, because a snake boyfriend is like that's a little different. So this is pre-heresy, chat. Even though some of these are like Lorgar here looks like it's post-heresy. These are gonna be, and like Horus here, pre-heresy. So yeah, he already has a girlfriend, so that makes it difficult. I don't like, he has the cool flaming sword. Well, if we're talking pre-heresy, what is Guilliman's what is Guilliman's, like, primary weapon? Because he does have the Sword of the Emperor later, but I indicated that this is pre-heresy. Pre and post-heresy list? We could do that. That's fine. We'll do pre-heresy first, though. Spreadsheets. Guilliman would be super dense, and that's part of the harem bonus. Oh, I mean, you're right. He'd be like, what? But I don't know if he has like a really cool weapon or anything. He has a gladius. Yeah, that's okay. And then tragic backstory. He doesn't really have a tragic backstory. He's kind of like that. He's like middling. He's probably like closer towards the bottom in terms of like how he doesn't have a super tragic backstory. He probably doesn't attract too many girls, and his weapon is probably okay. Yeah, he's kind of generic. So what do we think? Should we go to put him on C or D? Because I think at most he's a C. But yeah, he could be an anime character but never a protagonist. Like, he's like your loyal, like you're probably like a loyal sidekick or something. It's going well, Onyx. We are ranking the Primarchs based on who we think would be the best anime protagonist. C? We're thinking C? Okay. Because he's not that bad. His father was killed, but like, what else is new? So we'll go with C. Counterpoint, the only woman he loves is his mom. That's top anime protagonist energy. Oh, good point. Okay, so I probably would have put him closer to the bottom, so we'll say C as kind of like a middle ground. C is like a good, like, base. Like a good base to start off with. Is your dad dying is a requirement to be a Primarch? Yes. Pretty much. Okay. Now. Mortarion. Frankly, Mortarion is not getting any girls with that stink. He is not. He is stinky. I think all the girls would be like, ooh, I don't want to hang out with him. He's so I don't think he would attract a lot of girls. But he has a very tragic backstory that's like the revenge path. That is very common in anime tropes. Like, I'm gonna kill you! And he has like that big attack. So the stinky girls that live with him, would he get stinky girls like that follow him? Would it be like a raccoon girl? That's like, I like you even though you're smelly. I personally think negative attraction. Like, he's got like, yeah, the stinky really like kind of puts it off, but he's got a really good backstory. And the scythe, that is a very anime weapon. I think he might be more compelling just because of the weapon vibes and the backstory than Guilliman. But he's not getting the girls. There's gonna be people into that. Ooh. Ooh. So, like, yeah, so if we're doing pre-heresy. I don't know. Like, the vibes are cool and the backstory makes him a good anime character, but he cannot get the girls, chat. He would have some Skaven girl, so it'd be like a little rat girl. Okay, that'd be funny. Considering the decay vibes, he could get at least a single girl that thinks she can fix him. She can't. Yeah. If Guilliman gets no girls, Morty can't get girls. Well, I mean, Guilliman did get a girl. I'm stuck. He's either better because of vibes, or he's worse because he can't get girls. I gotta go lower. The girls one is a huge point that like, because we are specifically kind of leaning towards that trope where the girls follow you around. So we're gonna have to put him in D tier, I think, chat. I'm sorry. I think how I have them written on the stream, girl attraction is pretty important. The cool weapon is more important than the backstory, because I don't mind a character that has like a pretty solid life and like has like a meh backstory. Like, it's not tragic at all. It's actually quite wholesome. But girl attraction is most important, and then the cool weapon. G-Man got a girl after 10,000 years. I mean, he still got a girl. He's still got a girl. Yeah, criteria are listed in order of importance. And unfortunately, he did not get a girl, even though his vibes... Honestly, at this point, I should make a table. I should make a spreadsheet, chat. That would be kind of good, actually. But this is not a spreadsheet stream. Let's get your head out of the spreadsheets. Okay. Maybe in the future, we will make a spreadsheet and we'll actually do math to figure out who would be the best. What's the argument for why Morty should be in C tier? I'm not... Yeah, harem protagonist. Because I'm in the middle of watching an anime where this guy... Well, it's not like as bad as other animes, but he's collecting girls left and right. I'm like, how in the freaking world? Anime, am I right? But it's funny. Every time I see a girl on screen, I'm like, you're getting added to the collection. Guilliman's relationship with his mom shows that he's safe or trustworthy. Okay. Oh yes, we are going deep down the rabbit hole. We're going to keep it as it is for now. All right. The next one, we have Mr. Horus Heresy here. So, not really. And I think he can get girls. He got the charisma. The charisma. So, I think he can get the ladies. But just purely because he's charismatic, not because he's, like, incredibly good looking. I think he's got the vibes, he's got cool weapons, and he doesn't have a tragic backstory, but that's why it's ranked at the bottom, because it doesn't have to be tragic. I know Gilliman has charisma, but the spreadsheets are holding him back. The spreadsheets hold him back. Which is a bad news for accountants. I'm sorry, any of my accountant viewers that are here. Math girls exist? Yeah, no, they exist. They exist. I'm sure they do. His harem would change with him. C is cool weapon. D is no maiden. You are maidenless. Never played Elden Ring, but that is the best, the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Being good at Excel guarantees good paying jobs. I know, it was a joke. It was a joke. Obviously, if you're dating an accountant, lock that down. Lock that down. Get that accountant. Because guess what? That means you never have to do taxes ever again. They'll do them for you. And they'll love it. They'll love doing your taxes. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. I've been convinced. We're going to slide them up a notch. I've been convinced. Thinking about it more, I do agree they should be a little bit higher. Yeah, I think Horus should be A tier. Started as a Warhammer Vtuber, ends up as a spreadsheet Vtuber? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So the backstory being tragic isn't like a huge requirement, because there's others like, okay, so Delicious in Dungeon is an anime I've been watching with my friend, and Laios. I like Laios as a character, and he doesn't have like a super tragic backstory. Yeah, his sister's like in, big trouble, but like, and no spoilers, by the way, I'm not done with all the current episodes. But like, he doesn't have like a super duper tragic backstory as far as I'm aware. And like, I still like him as a character. He still makes like a cool, like, he's a protagonist, not like the, So, like, the backstory is, like, the last thing on my mind. We want, can he get the girls, and does he have a cool weapon? So, we're gonna put Horus in A tier, because he can get the girls, he can do the Riz, and he has a cool weapon. Yeah, the show is good. I like Delicious in Dungeon. It makes me hungry. I eat it. Eat it. I watch it when I'm having dinner. Yeah, it's fun. So I like that anime. Okay. So we're gonna put Horus in A tier, and now we're gonna move to Magnus, chat. Where's Magnus, the nerd, sitting? He's got, like, super powerful magic, so does that count as, like, his weapon? Because he's magical boy? So is his magic enough to count as a weapon? Magnus would get the hot goth girlfriend since they love the occult stuff. Yes, yes, yes. There's no way he gets maidens, too much of a nerd. Sorry, accountants. Anyways, gosh, I can't read. It's going so fast. Someone said that magic is one of the most like common things in anime, so it's not as impressive. I feel like, yeah, in most animes, it's like the dudes like have like all the martial stuff, and it's like the girls who have the secondary like really good magic abilities. Not that the guys don't have magic, they just focus more on the martial. Does he use it in a cool way? I'm not really sure. He has a scimitar? That's okay. I don't think a scimitar, wow, that's so cool. I'm more like a greatsword that's as big as my body. Oh my gosh, you're so strong. Am I an anime girl now? It's too late, I'm a VTuber. Of course I'm an anime girl. But am I an anime girl NPC? Am I an NPC, chat? This is pre-heresy, so he's not in demon mode. He would definitely watch anime with them. Yeah. He wouldn't get real women, he would get anime girls. Yeah, I think they'd really like how like knowledgeable he is, and they'd be all over him. So he doesn't... The backstory is like, he doesn't really have too much of a tragic backstory. The weapon is okay. Girl attraction, though. I'm thinking he's either B or C, maybe. Like, it depends. A cool weapon, I guess magic. So he's better with the magic, but he can't really get all the girls. I think honestly, he's probably like in B tier. Because the magic is cool if you use it properly. So are we going with B chat? B chat for Magnus. He would get isekai'd into a harem, yeah. We'll put him in B tier. B tier. Okay. It's everyone's favorite Primarch. It's Lorgar. All right, chat. Lorgar, let's talk about him. We love Lorgar, don't we? Don't we? Lorgar has that cult leader Riz guaranteed harem. Oh no. Oh no, that's cursed. I didn't think of it that way. Wait, no. I guess he would get a lot of girls. We didn't say the quality of the girls he was getting. I mean, that is true. I didn't clarify about the quality of the girls. But the girls he gets will be adorable. Oh my gosh. S tier easy. Oh my gosh. I was not gonna see, we're polarized here. He would get a lot of the girls. But I don't really recall him having a cool weapon. He's cool. Ben Ren, you're about to get banned for saying Lorgar is cool. Lorgar does have a tragic backstory, though. Yeah, he had a rough upbringing, so, I mean, he looks like his famous dad, so he'd have a huge cult following. That's true. He looks the most like the Emperor of the Suns. Why didn't he grow out his hair? Oh, wait, he did live on a desert planet, so I could see why he wouldn't want to do that. He is bald, immediate minus 100 points, but he also has the face, like the tattoos. The tattoos, chat. That's like anime if I ever saw one. The desert gals. He doesn't have a tragic backstory. What are we talking about? He definitely got abused. Like, he's getting gaslit so hard. Unfortunately, I have to admit it. He's probably A tier. He's A tier because you're right. The cult leader Riz is too much. This is gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited to edit this video later, and I'm gonna make this a VOD. It's gonna be so good. So we're gonna say A tier. We're gonna say A tier because the cult leader Riz really The sexy tattoos trope. Yeah, he got the tattoos. Girls love the tattoos. I hate that I'm right too. I hate that I'm right and that chat is right about this. This is anime protagonist. So this is just I hate how right you are, chat. But cult leaders, anime, so he wouldn't see himself as a cult leader, but he does have the riz. We see it as a cult, but he doesn't. Yes, thank you for the reminder. It's fine though. We love it. We love it. Okay. Alfarius and Omegon, honestly, I don't think would be very good anime protagonists. Hang on. Okay. So I would say, yeah, can't get the girls when they can't see you. I was going to make a similar joke, but I got distracted. Yes, I would say Alfarius would not get the girls because he'd be a sneaky boy. So I don't think he'd get a lot of girls because he's not like James Bond in the sense of where he's like, oh wow, he's so mysterious. He's just like, oh, he's just not around. How can you follow a guy if you don't even know where he is? Yeah, he'd be a good antagonist, but not a very good protagonist. So honestly, the backstory, well, we don't know much about the backstory. He does have a cool weapon because I think he does use a custodian spear after he killed a custodian. After like the first set of like the blood games. So like that's cool, but I think yeah, I would honestly say he's probably D tier in my opinion. I think I'm gonna put him in the D tier. Can't get the girls. Where the girls at? Girls at? Woo. All right. Oh, well, he did take a custodian spear. I don't know if he kept it. I'm actually not sure now. Anyways, it's fine. The lion. The lion is next. Honestly, his attitude, I don't think he could get a girl. He's a real jerk. He's a real jerk. I think they'd be like, oh my gosh. And they'd sprawl over him. They'd be like, Lionel, help me. And he's like, he just shoves them off and he's like, takes care of the problem, but he doesn't give a crap about them at all. That's how he'd be. He wouldn't be the girls would just be so put off because they want him to care about them, but then he just doesn't care. Begone, woman. Yeah, I don't think he'd be like, what are you guys doing? You're being so stupid. And he'd tell it to their face. The other Primarchs might be like, okay, stop this. I really don't like this. Or they'll be really polite about it. But he's just going to be a butt about it. He's going to be a whole jerk. I like his knight vibes. You're describing 90% of the dense anime protagonists, but at least those guys, they soften over time. The lion would just be a jerk the whole time. He's got a cool backstory. It's like, I was raised in the forest and I had to fight all the wild animals and I killed every single one of them. And it like cuts so like every single one of them is like, it's a different animal he's killing. So I just don't think he would be I don't think he'd be very good. He'd be really rude to the ladies. There'd be that one girl who sees results, but he kind of acknowledges she exists, and then, yeah, she still wouldn't have a chance with him. He's just like, nah, not about it. Like, I don't think he would be dense. I think he would be well aware of what they're doing, but he wouldn't, like, he wouldn't care. I don't think he has enough Riz, I agree. He's got the backstory to support, but the Riz is just not, 'tis not good. I hate you the least kind of vibes, yeah, and that's why I think he's low. So I think he's probably D tier. I think I'm gonna put him in the D tier. It's just, he can't do it, man. He's a Tony Stark. I don't think he's a playboy like Tony Stark. I don't think so. He just needs to attract the girls, not be like them. Well, see, I think he would attract the girls, but I think he'd, like, send them away, which, like, is negative to the girl attraction. Even if he can attract them, if they are not hanging out in his party, it is still like he never got them in the first place. Mortarion is C, then I think the Lion has to be C as well. But I think Mortarion is better than the Lion, because even though they both can't get girls, Mortarion has a cooler weapon and a cooler backstory. More tragic backstory than the Lion does. The Lion has got, like, traditional knight vibes. It's not quite the same as, like, the Scythe. Playing hard to get can be very good, but I don't think he's gonna play hard to get. I think he's just gonna be rude. He has to be better than Morty? No, I don't think so. I could put them on the same level. I could accept that, but I don't think he's much better than Morty because he'd be an absolute jerkwad. They would follow him around anyway. Alright, Chad, fine. I put him in C tier next to Morty, but I don't think I could go much higher than that. Mortarion's got cooler vibes, so they can't... I can accept them being on the same level, but Mortarion, I think, has cooler vibes. Yeah, this is all pre-heresy. He's not playing hard to get, he's playing leave me alone, yeah. Yeah, leave me freaking alone. Now, if there's a good candidate, I think, for anime protagonist, we have Korax, the classic emo goth anime boy. He's got cool vibes. He's got the black. He's got the hair. He's got the attitude. Which, you know, we aren't talking about some of those things. And the backstory. The backstory. I would watch an anime off, like, of him, like, breaking out of his prison world home. I would watch that. He's, like, perfect. Like, I would watch that anime. Dark, edgy rebel, yes. And he would attract all the girls. Yeah, if you're a Terran girl, he'll hate you. Yeah, maybe. He's at minimum A tier, but I personally think he's S tier. He's got everything. And he's got the poetry, too. The lightning claws, it's... Yeah, and he got the berserk rage. So, yeah, I think Korax is a solid anime protagonist choice. This is a good list. All right. Yeah, he's got the vibes. That was like the fastest one. That was so that was so fast. That was our fastest one that we did here. Okay, now I put these on here. Malkador. What do we think of Malkador the Sigillite? Would he make a good anime protagonist? Can Malkador get the ladies? We'll consider him a younger man, but we don't know much about him. Ew, don't say that about Malkador. That's disgraceful. That's disgusting. Like, I don't know how many ladies he's getting, but I like his, he's got... His staff is so cool. You can't deny how awesome the staff is. We don't know really much about his backstory, but he is a perpetual. Yeah, what's your evidence that Malkador was a lady killer in his day? I need to know. But I imagine he did some serious stuff when he was in his prime. I bet you he was, like, all over that. Malkador belongs with nobody except the Big E. Malkador made the Officio Assassinorum. I didn't know that. Okay. That is a good point. I don't think he'd get maidens, even in his youth, and I know we're kind of guessing at this here. He wouldn't get maidens, are we sure? Like, if he was younger, which is kind of harder to get a gauge on it, I would say he'd probably be A tier. I think based on what people said, I think he could get the girls. He's got this staff, which is awesome. We don't know how long he's had it for, but we're going to assume he's had it. And then we don't know much about the backstory, so we're not going to be able to grade him on that. He did hang with the Big E, and he used to get with a lot of people. Oh gosh. Okay, so we'll go with the A. You think he stole the Mona Lisa for kicks? Yeah, I guess that is a nice trick to show ladies when they show up to your house. Okay, we'll put him in A, because we don't have enough information, but I think he'd be solid. Alright. Now, we have one of the ones that I thought would be funny to talk about. We have Mr. Snake Boy, but not in snake form. He is just regular Fulgrim pre-heresy. I agree, Fulgrim is high on this list. He is, he's up there. He can get the girls, chat. I think that, like, everyone knew that. That Fulgrim was gonna be getting the girls. Yeah, he got married multiple times, so yeah, he's known to get the ladies. But those were political marriages, so... But we're still gonna count it! So... And he has a very cool weapon that Ferrus Manus made for him, so... We are very happy with Fulgrim's, like, weapon, and he's got a cool backstory! Come on, I think he fits everything. He's canonically a harem anime protagonist. Yeah, pretty much. He get that ladies. And he's got the anime hair. You can't say no with that anime hair. Like, it, like, flows in the breeze. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about it earlier today, because this is the first Primarch that came to mind when I came up with this topic. He would be, like, a really good anime, like, nemesis. Like, you have your protagonist, and then he would be, like, the nemesis. Who has all that, like, those, like, jerky girls, like, all over him, and he's, like, really smug and arrogant. He'd be a really good nemesis, but also he'd be a decent protagonist. Bit of a jerk, but, you know. So yeah, I would say he's got it all. He's got it all like Korax, but like in a different way. Like Korax doesn't have that same level of arrogance. They'd be two very different anime protagonists. Yeah, silver-haired pretty boy is peak anime, absolutely. It's the dark-haired anime boys and the silver-haired anime boys you gotta look out for. Yeah, fair. Well, it doesn't matter who made the sword. That was still the sword that he used. What? Like, are we gonna unrank every single anime person just because they didn't make their particular, like, sword or whatever? Like, you can't be good at everything, chat. You can't be good at, like, weapons crafting and fighting. Sometimes you gotta outsource that. Can't do everything yourself. So, I think for the most part we're in agreement. Vulcan. How do we feel about the huggy boy? Just bump my mic. Can't be good at everything. Fulgrim would disagree. Yes, but he's also wrong about that. I like Vulcan, but would he be too nice to get A tier? Well, that's not something we're judging on here. Would he get the ladies? First question. Would he get the ladies? He's a kind fellow. I think he could. I think people would be drawn to how, like, kind he is. Yeah, he has cool weapons, like, S tier for weapons. He's got the best weapons imaginable. And see, this guy can do it all, because he can make the weapons and wield them. So, yes. I think him and Ferris Manus are the exceptions. Canonically, he gets the ladies. What do you mean? I've not heard about this. What do you mean he gets the ladies? I need to know, what do you mean he gets the ladies? I think he would get the ladies, but it seems like there might be some extra context I don't know. But the hammer is cool. It teleports, and that's fun. His backstory is kind of like, he gets adopted, and that's nice. He would be from Hero is a Blacksmith. Is that an anime? I've not watched it. So like everyone really likes him. I think he's good. It's just the backstory is not super tragic. He's either B or A tier, but honestly, his weapons are so cool. I think it puts him up to B tier. It puts him up to A tier. It moves him past B tier, is what I meant to say. Yeah, I'd say he's A tier. Solid choice. Now, chat. Vulcan is A tier. Perturabo. Where's he going? Where is Peter Turbo going? Honestly, I don't see him as much of a protagonist. He broods way too much. And I mean, there's a difference between, like, regular anime brooding and then what he does. I don't know if he could attract many girls. I think he would be similar to the lion, that he's got no riz. I agree. Yeah, he's too petty and indignant. Yeah, I think you're right. Only his sister was the only person that loved him. Oh my gosh. Chat, if you think you have it bad, just remember, only his sister loved him. Not even his other siblings, just his sister. He's competent, but he has negative riz. His weapons are eh. They're not bad, but they're not great. He has a tragic backstory, but like it's not super tragic though. So, honestly, I think probably D tier. He would make the harem kill 1/10 of themselves to prove their love. Oh gosh, that's horrible. That's horrible. Oh my gosh. Oh no, that's so bad, but you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the low tiers. Like, I don't... Well, we put him as an F tier, though. He did trick the line, but that has nothing to do with girl attraction, cool weapons, or backstories. And this is also pre-heresy. I think he's, at most, he's D tier, but I'm debating if he should be lower. Yeah, he does have a bit of a tragic backstory, which kind of boosts him a little bit. I think otherwise he'd be lower. Okay. Mr. Adornable, chat. Where does Mr. Adornable go? I think he would have a hard time getting girls as well. But he would be, like, decent about it. He wouldn't have, like, all the riz. He'd have some riz. Immediately people are like, E, F. Dorn put him in the F tier. Sent him to the shadow zone. Let's see. Yeah, he does protect. So I think he would protect the anime girls. But I think he would have a hard time getting his riz on. He does love his family. That is a mark in his favor. Dorn is B tier, is not very talkative. He's calm. He has a cool weapon, yeah. Dorn looks like an anime protagonist. The pain glove is super anime. I do think he's above Peter Turbo. I'm thinking he's either C or B tier. If Dorn did get girls, he'd never notice. I agree with that. I think he's either C or B. Like, he's not horrible, but he's not great. So let's break it down. Girl attraction. I think he could get the girls, like the girls would like him, but he would be a bit confused about them. He'd just be like, who are these people? Or he wouldn't even know they're there. He does have a cool weapon. I've seen a lot of B's, chat. Let's put him in the B tier then. I agree. He's got a cool chained sword. Alright. Your favorite streamer, chat. Your favorite streamer is next. Conrad Kurz. Where are we gonna put this special guy, chat? Chat, where are we putting this special guy? Who will totally hurt your family and you and everyone you love. He has a very bad backstory. It's bad, but I don't think he could attract the ladies. I think he'd kill them first. They'd approach and they'd be like, hey, I want to join your party, and they'd already be dead. We're gonna... Oh, no. Okay, why? Huh? Okay. Is it back? This is bizarre. Yeah, are we good now? Honestly, I'm confused. OBS just disconnected for no reason. Okay. I guess we should make this quick, chat. Twitch doesn't like it, but we'll just go through this quickly, chat. I'm gonna have to figure out, there must be something with OBS that I need to fix now. Okay. Oh, now I'm so scared. Okay, we're gonna be quick, chat. We're gonna fly through the rest of these so this doesn't happen again, and I'm gonna have to figure out some other tech solutions. Anyways, Kurz. I don't think he could really get the girls. I think he would kill them first before he could really keep them. He's got a cool weapon and a tragic backstory, but man, I think he would be too evil to really be a good protagonist. Like, he's gotta be E tier, chat. He's gotta be E tier, my opinion. Okay. Now, we have Mr. Lehman Russ. Mr. Lehman Russ, chat. He's got the Wolfie vibes. I think the girls will be like, ooh. Like, they'd be interested probably in his musk. He's raised by wolves. Definitely anime backstory. Not every protagonist needs to get a girl. I know, but that's what we're judging everything on. That's the whole point. He's like, I wouldn't put him A tier. I think at most I put him like B tier. I think he could kind of get the girls. He's kind of got that barbarian rage and the weapons, which is cool, but tragic backstory, it's not really tragic, it's just kind of standard. I'm thinking B. Now, we have... I don't need to say anything about it, chat. My angel boy is in the S tier, for sure. For sure. He is attracting all the ladies, even though I would hate that. He's got a very good, very awesome sword. It's a pretty neat sword. And then, his backstory isn't super tragic, but, you know. Yeah, there's a girlfriend for sure. I toss my hair. S tier, he's the best. He's the best boy. The top of the S. He is the best anime character. Nope, get out of here, Mr. Shield. Blocked, banned, get out of here. Mods, get him out of my stream. I have no bias. No bias. At all. Yes, he's already attracted to the best girl. Correct. That's me. See, but that's why tragic backstory is super low. This is why I should make a spreadsheet so we can decide like how much we really care about each one. I could get rid of the harem beforehand without him even knowing it. I think he would. He can kind of see the future sometimes. So I think I'd have a hard time getting away with it. Also, no, I can't say that. I would do that. Okay. Angron, I think, would, probably be down by, Kurz. He got the cool weapons, he has the tragic backstory, but I think he would also kill all the ladies first. Yeah, he would have been good, like, before the butcher's nails, but, it's not good. So, I don't know. Yeah, poor guy just needs a hug, honestly. He needs many hugs. Yeah, Angron has to be kind of lower. Yeah, he's... Yeah, no nails Angron would be amazing, but he's... Yeah, I'm sorry. We're not saying before nails, though. We're saying post nails, unfortunately. I honestly think he has to go in E tier with Kurz, kind of the same reasoning. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. Yeah, I'm sure he'd respect the stronger women, but I still think it'd just be difficult for him. Alright. Ferrus Manus. I don't think he has any Riz. But not like because he would like kill little girls. It's just because he just has no Riz. He doesn't even know what Riz is. Just no Riz, in my opinion. Weapons, he got cool weapons. Because Fulgrim made his hammer. So he does a cool weapon. Backstory, I don't know much about his backstory. But, you know, he's... I'm gonna say C, because he's kind of meh. He's kind of meh, in my opinion. Yeah, he fought monsters, but, like, there's not, like, nothing that's, like, too, like, oh, yeah, he's definitely, like... He's an isekai protagonist because he dies in the first episode. Yeah. Oh, gosh. All right. Now, chat, we have the Big E. The Big E. Where do we put him? Chat, he has gotten ladies. That is canon. He has had the ladies. He has a very cool weapon. The backstory, semi-tragic. His uncle killed his dad. Are we putting him in the S tier? Are we putting Mr. Big E in the... someone said triple S. S, anything else is heresy? I mean, that's fair. Make a new SSS tier. Well, shouldn't Sanguinius go up then? Add a row above. We'll do double S. And we'll do it white. So I'm going to move Sanguinius up to the double S tier because I can. Haha. And then we're going to put him in the double S tier because otherwise it's heresy. He is the protagonist, technically. S plus? Okay, oh yeah, I guess that's fair. There you go. S plus. Okay, yeah, so we got Sanguinius and the Big E in S plus. Now, the last one, we have the Khan. Honestly, I think he'd be a really solid anime protagonist. He'd be kind of like he'd be really, really good. SS tier needs to be gold, but I don't have a gold option. Like, it's like this, but it looks similar to these. So I'm going to make it white. I'm going to keep it white. I don't want to redo the whole thing. The Khan is at least A in my opinion. Cool weapons. He's kind of got a semi-tragic backstory. He has a bike. He's got the Riz. He has the Riz. I think he's A or S. What do we think, chat? A or S? The Khan is a free spirit. Yeah, and that's why the girls like him. S. Okay, I'm thinking S is the tier. Look at that. This is solid. Look at this. This is good, chat. So, to break it down, we have in E tier, we have Conrad Kurz and Angron. In the D tier, we have Alfarius and Perturabo. C tier is Mortarian, Lionel Johnson, and Ferrus Manus. B tier is Rabute Gilliman, Magnus, Dorn, Lehman Russ. A tier is Horus, Lorgar, Malkador, and Vulcan. S tier is Corax, we have Fulgrim, the Khan, and then S+ tier, we have Sanguinius, and the Big E. I loved this one. This was such a fun one to do. His harem would never keep up. Yeah, any harems that are following these men, they've got their work cut out for them. If we're being perfectly honest, it's gonna be a hard day for them. Still think Sanguinius should only be A? Well, I don't care about your opinion. I do not care. I do not care. So, when Sanguinius bathes, does he just stand in a kiddie pool and flutter his wings in the water like a pigeon? He probably starts off like that. He probably takes like a shout, like starts off and he like flutters it around. It's a great point. It's crazy how the S+ folk were too good for the Warhammer universe. One got killed and the other got the chair permanently. Yes. Oh my gosh. So chat, do we like this one? I thought this one was gonna be a really fun one, and I think you enjoyed it, but I'm genuinely curious. Did we like this topic? I thought it was a nice like combination of the two different worlds of anime and Warhammer and bringing them together. I definitely had a good time, as you know, evidenced by the look on my face. Yeah, it's a little goofy. We gotta have a little bit of fun. Gotta have a little bit of fun, chat. It made a nice little bell curve, actually. The bell curve is leaning more towards like the positive side, but it's you've got a bell curve there. F is Erebus. We're not even gonna put Erebus on here. Would like to see this kind of content again? Yes, I will. I like to do some like funny stuff here in the mix, like semi-serious, like, oh, me talking about the books I've read. That's fun, but like this is way more enjoyable and much more clippable. So, in any case, chat, I had a lot of fun today. Thank you for enduring that weird little like glitch we had in the stream. I will figure that one out because that was bizarre. But thank you everyone for coming. I will take a screenshot of this and I will put it in the Discord. Join our Discord. The description of YouTube has a link. Also, Twitch has a link there as well with the commands. I had a lot of fun. Join the Discord. We'll come up with other fun and crazy ideas for me to do for streams, and I will see you tomorrow. We're watching some TTS. We're doing those TTS podcasts. We're gonna finish up that one that ended abruptly last time, and maybe we'll do part of another one and do a couple other videos. So I had a fantastic time, chat. I hope you did too. Continue to serve the Emperor with all your might, and I will catch all of you tomorrow.